Good afternoon. So today we are going to learn about algorithms and flowchart. So this is a very simple and easy chapter, and also this is the last lesson of our second terminal syllabus. Algorithm and flowchart. What do you mean by algorithm? Algorithm means it's a rule. So we are doing everything in a rule. Every day we perform many tasks in a particular sequence to get the desired output. Every day, if you wanted to have a brush your teeth, there is an algorithm. So what is the algorithm? First you have to go to the bathroom, you have to take your brush and you have to apply the paste, then you have to start brushing. So that is the algorithm for brushing your teeth. So if you wanted to make anything, so we are following algorithm. Let's understand the above statement with the simple given below. Process of buying chocolate. The process of buying chocolate, what are the process? Take money from your mother or father, ride on bicycle and go to market, give money to the shopkeeper, take chocolate and come back home. That is the process of buying chocolate. That is called the algorithm, or else in other way we can say it's a rule. To complete any task, we should follow a number of steps, and the steps must be followed in a proper order. So if you wanted to complete any of the tasks, what we should do? We should follow number of steps. Number of steps we must follow. Then the proper order will come out. If we will change the order of step, we will get the wrong result. If the order is changed, then what will be the result? The result will be wrong. So whatever we are doing, we have to follow an order. According to the order, if you are doing, then what will happen? The correct result will come. Otherwise our result will be wrong. Similarly, to solve any problem on computer, we analyze and understand the nature of the problem first. We plan the input and apply some method step by steps to get the desired output. Steps to solve problem in a computer. 3 steps should be followed to solve any problem in a computer. The steps are: first, writing algorithm; second, making flowchart; number 3, writing program. If you wanted to solve any of the problem in a computer, there are 3 steps. What are the 3 steps? Number 1, writing algorithm; number 2, making flowchart; number 3, what is writing programs. Now we are going to learn especially in algorithm. Before writing computer program, we need to write the steps to solve that problem in simple English. This steps by step procedure to solve any problem is called algorithm. So before writing computer programs, what we need to write the steps to solve that problem in simple English. The step by step procedure is to solve any problem is called algorithm. In other way we can say that if you wanted to solve a problem, the step which we follow is called what is algorithm. Algorithm is always written in simple language and precise manner so that everyone can understand it. Algorithm is always writing in a simple language. So we should not use very hard language. What we must use? We must use a simple language and precise manner. Precise manner means in the short manner. We have to write it so that everybody can understand the steps. Algorithm to wash your face. Okay. Algorithm in order to wash your face. What is the algorithm? First, what we have to do? We have to go to the washroom, open the tap. Then rinse your hands and face, apply soap on the face, wash your face and close the tap. That is the algorithm for wash your face. Algorithm means it's a set of rules or logic to solve a problem. So I already informed in the beginning. So algorithm means you don't think in a different way. Algorithm means what? It's a set of rules. following rules. When you come to school, there are lots of rules. You have to do this one, you don't do this one, you have to follow this rules, you have to wear uniform, you have to wear tie. So these are all rules. So everywhere, if you are going to everywhere, so there is a rule. If you are walking on the road, there is a rule. If you are riding a bicycle, there is a rule. If you are riding a car, there is a rule. We must follow the rules. So the another word of rules we can call it algorithm. Algorithm to find the sum of two numbers. Take two numbers, add two numbers, print result. So what are the algorithm? For example, you wanted to add the two number. So then what you do? First you have to take the two number. Then what is the question? Whether it's add or subtract or multiply or division. So you have to check it. If it is add, you have to add. If it is subtract, you have to subtract. If it is multiply, you have to multiply. If it is divide, you have to divide. Then later the result will come. You can print out the result. Rules for writing algorithm. So every order should be written in a separate line. So every order, there will be lots of steps. Okay, if you wanted to add two number, first you have to write one number, the bottom side you have to write another number, then you have to add it. So that are the steps. So algorithm also write in a step by step in a separate line. The step number should be written before each instruction. Instruction should be written in proper order. If you are not writing the instruction in a proper order, what I told you, if the instruction is not proper, we will get the wrong result. If you are writing the algorithm, if you are writing properly, the result will be right. If you are writing the algorithm in a wrong order, so we will get the answer also wrong. Some example of algorithm. Example 1, algorithm to make a tea. Okay, so I know many of you know how to make a tea. So if you wanted to make a tea, there is algorithm. So what are the algorithm to make a tea? Number 1, first start. Number 2, what is it? Take a pan with water. Okay, so number 2, take a pan with water. Put pan on the gas burner. Switch on the gas. Put some sugar and add milk also. After processing, take off the pan, sieve it in a cup and serve the hot tea. Number 8, stop. Okay, so these are the steps. So how many steps are there? There are 8 steps. Number 1 is start. And number 2 is take a pan with the water. Number 3, put a pan on the gas burner. Number 4, switch on the gas. Number 5, put some sugar and add milk also. So after processing, take off the pan and sieve it in a cup and serve the hot tea. Number 8, stop. Okay, so this is the proper step. So instead of, if we are not following this step, okay, number 7 step, if you are putting number 2, number 6 step we are putting number 3, number 5 step if you are putting number 4, so then what will happen? We will not be able to make a tea. So these are the steps we must follow in order to make a tea. Okay, so I hope you are understanding. Now let's see the example of number 2. Algorithm to find the sum, subtract and product of two number. Step number 1, start. So okay, so one thing you must keep in mind, so in algorithm, the first step and the last step, what will be the first step? So if you are writing anywhere in any algorithm, step 1 must be start and the last step. So whatever may be, in some of the algorithm there may be many steps. Okay, in the algorithm to make a tea, how many steps are there? There are 8 steps. Okay, so the first step is start, and the last step, that is 8, is a stop. So these two things you must be followed. That means start also must be there. So since there is a start, then what must be there? There must be a stop. Okay, so if you wanted to follow any of the algorithm, what will be the first step? The first step is start, and what will be the last step? Last step is stop. So you must write step number 1, start, and when the algorithm finished, the last step is what? Whatever it may be. See, step number 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12, 13, 14. In some of the algorithm there may be 3 steps. So what will be the third step? That will be stop. Some of the algorithm there may be 4 steps. What will be the 4th step? That will be stop. Some of them the 15th step will be the, what will be the 15th step? It will be stop. So that you should not forget it. Algorithm to find the sum, subtract and the product of two numbers. So I already told you what must be the step number 1. Step number 1 must be start. Step number 2, take a 2 number. Okay, we took the 2 number. Step number 3, what is add 2 number. Step number 4, what is print the sum. Or step number 5, subtract 2 number. Step number 6, print the difference. Step number 7, multiply 2 numbers. Step number 8, print the product. Step number 9 is a stop. So have you seen, start also is coming, stop also is coming in the second example also. So now let's move to the another page. In the above example, step number 2 is the input step. Step number 3, step number 5 and step number 7 are the processing steps. Step number 4, step number 6 and step number 8 are output step. Okay, so there are the different kinds of steps are there. Step number 2, what is step number 2 is input. Okay, when we input, when we start the input step, then what we'll have, we have to process it. Okay, so first we have to input the data. Then after that what will happen, then the steps will be processed. Then what will be the next step? The steps will be output the data. Okay, so mainly 3 steps. I already told you, first one is a start and the last one is the stop, and the second one will be the input step, then the third one will be the processing step, and the fourth one will be the output. In simple I can say you there will be 4 steps, mainly 4 steps. So what will be the 4 step? The first step is the start, the second step is input, the third step is processing, the fourth step is output, and the last step is stop. Okay, so I hope you are understanding. So example 3, algorithm to compare 2 number A and B. So what will be, obviously what will be the step number 1? Start. Okay, step number 2, take the 2 number and store them in A and B. What will be the step number 3? Compare A and B. If A is greater than B, then print step number 4, else print step number 5. Display A is greater than B, display B is greater than A. Okay, so what will be the last step? That is stop step. So in the above example, in the input step, step number 3 is processing step, step number 4 is output step. Okay, so I hope you understood about the algorithm. Now we are going to learn about the flowchart. Okay, so algorithms and flowchart is same thing. So in the algorithm we are writing in the step by step. In the flowchart, what we are going to do, we are going to make a pictorial step. Okay, so here there is no picture, so we are not showing any picture here. What we are doing, we are just making step number 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. But in the flowchart, the everything is same like algorithm. But in the flowchart, what we are going to do, we are going to show the algorithms in a pictorial style, in the picture style, in the picture manner we will show. The second step in solving a problem is making the flowchart. A flowchart is a pictorial representation of steps or an algorithm used for solving a particular problem. Flowcharts are helpful in analyzing the logic of problem. Flowcharts assist in removing errors at different phases of the problem. To create a flowchart, different boxes are used which are connected to each other with the help of a flow line. Okay, so I already informed you, flowchart, what we are showing in a pictorial representation. There will be a picture. Okay, in the flowchart we must use certain types of picture. We must use a certain type of boxes or certain types of picture we are going to draw in the computer. So with that, and there will be a picture and there will be an arrow. so that with the help of that we can the flow line, we can call the flow line. So the same way, there must be start option, there must be stop option, there must be input step, there must be processing steps, there must be output steps. Everything is like algorithms, but we are making with the picture. Okay, let's see. Rules for making a flowchart. Always begin the flowchart with the start symbol. I already informed you in algorithm also. I'll always the flowcharts with the start symbol. There is a symbol, or in other way we can say there is a picture. So for the start, always mark arrow on the flowchart to show the direction of flow of information. So here what you must mention, the arrow must be shown. So the step is going to the right side, the step is going to the left side, the step is going to the down side. So the arrow is compulsory in the flowchart. In algorithm, what we are doing, we are at step number 1, then step number 2, then step number 3. Okay, so we are writing step by step, but here there is no step we are using. Instead of the step, what we are using the picture and the pictures and the arrow. Use appropriate symbols for each step in flowchart. So in the flowchart, what we must do? We must show appropriate symbol. So there will be a different symbols for the flowchart. So that I will show you with the help of a computer. So you can see, then you will understand better. So mark the end of flowchart with the stop symbol. So in the end, so what we must use? We must use the stop symbol. So in the beginning, in the starting, we must use the start symbol. In the end, we must use the stop symbol. Okay, so flowchart symbols, some standard symbols are used in flowchart. These are given below. So you see, in the flowchart, there are we can't use all the symbols in flowchart. There is a different symbols for the flowchart. Symbols you see, for the start button and the stop button is oval shape. Okay, for the start button and the stop button, there is a oval shape. Okay, so that means in the first step also oval shape, in the last step also is the oval shape. Okay, so please keep that things in mind. The first step must be oval shape, also the last step must be oval shape. So after the start button, what is the second step? Second step is input or the output. Okay, so second symbol is parallelogram shape box. So this is for the input also, output also, we are using this parallelogram shape box. So parallelogram shape box, where we are using for the input as well as for the output. Then number 3 is a processing box. Okay, so number 3 is the processing box. What symbol we are using for the processing box? For the processing box, we are using the rectangle box. Rectangle box we are using for the processing box. Then another step is decision box. So there is a one step is a decision box. So what symbol we must use? We have to use the diamond shape box. We must use the diamond shape box. And the fifth is the flow chart, that is arrows. Okay, the direction. So which direction is going to upward, or is going to the rightward, or is going to the leftward, or is going to the downward. So this arrow is a must. Okay, let's see from very beginning. This is used to mark the beginning and the end of the start. Which shape is the oval shape. The number two, what is parallelogram shape box? It is used for accepting input or giving output of the program. Okay, so for example, you see input 11 and 11. So what we are going to do? We are going to add it. Okay, we are going to add. So output is what? 11 plus 11 is equal 22. That is the output. Where input is 11 plus 11. So what is the output? The result is coming. What is the result? 22. Okay, so this is used, the rectangle box is used for writing instruction and doing the calculation. So that means what? So is for addition, or is for the subtraction, or it's for the multiplication, or it's for the division. So there we must use which box? Rectangle box. And the next one, it is used for checking or applying any condition in the program. For each condition there can be only two answer, yes or no answer. Okay, there will be addition, yes or no, subtraction, yes or no, multiplication, yes or no. Okay, the last one is arrows. Arrows of these lines connect any two symbols of the flowchart. They also show the direction of flow of program logic. Okay, now let's come to the computer, and you will see that how to draw this what to say flowchart in the computer. Okay, so this flowchart can be drawn in Microsoft Word, Excel, as well as the PowerPoint. Okay, so let's see how can we draw in MS Word. The same process you can use in MS Excel also and MS PowerPoint also. So if you're going, you will get it here, insert option. Okay, you will get it here, insert option. Okay, so there is shapes. You will get the shapes here. Okay, so here you will get a round shape, or in oval shape you can get it. Okay, just click on it, and what you have to do, you have to draw it. Okay, so we can draw here. Okay, if you wanted to make the line size, you can make a little ball so that you will understand very properly. Okay, so this is the oval shape. This is the oval shape. Now what will the first step? What we have to write here? We have to write it here. What is start? We must write it here, start. Okay, so we write here start. Okay, so this is the start button. So then what will be the next step? Next step is input. Okay, so input, what we have to do? Again, we have to go to the insert option. We have to go to the shape option. Then which shape we need to use? We need to use parallelogram box. You will get it here, parallelogram box. Have you seen parallelogram box? Okay, so what will be the what we have to write here? We have to write it here, input or the output. We wrote it here, input or the output. For the input also, output also, we must use what? Parallelogram shape box. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to show the arrow, right? We have to show the arrow. Again, we have to go to the insert option. We have to go to the shapes, then take the arrow. Which side is going to the down side? It is going to the downside. Okay, so again, what is the next box? Next box is a rectangular box. Again, we have to go to the insert, go to the shape, rectangular box. So rectangular box, what we are writing is a processing. It's a processing box, right? What do you have to do? We have to write it here, processing. what we must do? We must put the arrow. Just copy from here, paste it. Okay. Then the next one is a diamond box. So diamond box also will get the from the shapes. You can go here. So what is this one? This is a decision box. This is a decision box. Okay, so this is the decision box. What we must put? We must put the arrow. Again, copy, paste it, bring. Okay, so here, so why we must use the decision box diamond? So from here, the decision can go to the right side also. Okay, so decision can be go to the right side also. For example, the decision is going like this, then what you must use? You must use the right arrow, so that you will understand. So that the decision is going. Okay, in case the decision is going to the left side, or else if the decision is going to the bottom side or down side, then we must use this one. Then what will be the last box? Last box is stop box. Just copy from here. So here we must write stop. Okay, so that's the way our flowchart is. Okay, so this is the way you can create a flowchart where in your computer. Okay, the steps are like that only. Okay, let's see some examples of flowchart. To add two steps, number one is start, number two input A, number three input B. Now sum equal A plus B, then display sum, then stop. You see, to compare two number, start input is A is greater than B, then the right arrow, display B is smaller, then downside false, display A is smaller, then the stop. Okay, display B is smaller. Okay, calculate the sum, difference and product of two numbers. Start button, input two numbers A and B, sum A is equal B, display sum, display difference, display product, and the stop. So more examples on algorithms and the flowchart. To display name and age, start step 1, start step 2, input a name and age, step 3, display name and age, step 4, stop. The same thing we are writing with the help of a flowchart. Start, input name and age, next step display age, next one is stop. Okay, now program. The last step in problem solving is writing a program. In this, the steps in flowchart are convert into computer understandable instruction. A program is a collection of instruction written using any of the computer language. This program then gives us the desired result. A program is a person who write computer programs to solve a problem. A programmer, who is a programmer? A programmer is a person. A programmer is a person who write computer program to solve a problem. There will be lots of problem will be there in the computer. The person who is making a program or a programmer, he is the programmer to solve the problem. I hope you understood. So you look the video and you come with your textbook, then you will understand. Thank you.